Okay, cool. So this is this example here. I'm going to go through one final example. In this example, we want to write a trigonometric ratio in fraction form for each of these following triangles. So in these triangles, I haven't been given all three sides, but I want to figure out what the trig ratio is for these triangles. Okay, so let's do this question by question. So let's just go. Let me try that again. When you're doing these questions with trig, the first step you want to do is you want to label your sides. So let's label our sides for this first triangle. So let's do example A. Let's label the side. I've got my right angle here. I'm going to label my hypotenuse. So the hypotenuse is the side that's opposite my right angle. So here I've got my h is over here. I've got a value of 7. Okay. The next side, I look at my angle theta. Then I look at the side that's opposite theta, and that's my opposite side, O. There's no value there. So I'm not actually going to be using the opposite side for this example. And the final bit is I look at the remaining side. So my side that's adjacent to my theta, which is just this side over here. So my adjacent side is going to be 5. Now, I'm just going to write my acronym here. So at the top, SAW, CA, TOA. Now, let's have a look at this triangle and what two sides we have. I only have the adjacent and the hypotenuse. So I can look at my acronym and go, okay, which trig ratio has adjacent and hypotenuse in it? Is it sine? No, because sine has opposite and hypotenuse, so it's not going to be sine. Is it tan? Well, I have the adjacent side, but I don't have the opposite side, so it's not going to be tan either. So for this example here, I'm going to be using cos, because I have my adjacent side and my hypotenuse. So for this example, I'm going to write cos theta is equal to, now it's going to be the first one in my acronym over the second one. So adjacent over hypotenuse. So I'm going to just write here A over H, just so that we remember which one it is. And that's going to be 5 over 7. So because in my triangle, the adjacent side was 5, the hypotenuse was 7. Okay, nice, and hopefully that was nice and simple. Let's do the next example. B, first step, label our sides. Right angle is over here. Let's first identify my hypotenuse. My hypotenuse is opposite my right angle. So here, opposite my right angle is this side over here. So 9 is my hypotenuse. Next step, I look at my angle theta. Then I go opposite my angle theta. That side over there is my opposite side. And so my opposite side has a value of 4. And the final side that I need to do is my value of A. Now the adjacent side doesn't have any value, so I'm not going to use adjacent this time. So let's have a look for part B. Which of my 3 trig ratios uses opposite and hypotenuse? Well, if you have a look, all of the cos and tan both use adjacent. I don't have adjacent in this triangle, so I'm going to have to use sine. So I'm going to write sine theta. It's equal to the first one in my acronym over the second one. So opposite over hypotenuse. So over here, the first one is opposite. The second one is hypotenuse. So I'm going to have opposite. Oh, let me try to write that again. Opposite over hypotenuse. And so I'm going to have, what's the value of my opposite side in this triangle? It's going to be 4 over 9. There we go. Okay, last example. First step, label our sides. Which one is the easiest one to label first? My hypotenuse. So I'm going to go to my right angle, go across, that's my hypotenuse. Oh no, I don't have a value for my hypotenuse. Okay, next side is my opposite side. I'm going to go to my angle theta. I'm going to go opposite it. This side 3 is going to be my opposite side. And the final side is my adjacent side, which is just the side that I'm left with. So my adjacent side is just going to be 5. Okay, now which trig ratio uses opposite and adjacent? Hopefully you noticed by now, it's going to be my tan. So here I'm going to use tan theta is equal to, what's it equal to? I look at my acronym, TOA, O over A. So O over A, and so I'm going to have my opposite side, which was 3, over my adjacent side, which was 5. And that's how we write these trigonometric ratios for different triangles. We first label our 3 sides to figure out where my opposite, hypotenuse, and adjacent side are. Then I go and put in the values that are relevant for which trig ratio I'm using. have a go at the questions in the textbook, in the chapter for me. And if you need any help, feel free to email me or leave a message in the Google Classroom.